National Guard in San Diego lending support to staff at Palomar Medical Center as hospitals across the region deal with a surge in cases. An extension to the stay-at-home order expected to come today as hospitals continue to be overwhelmed. Local businesses now bracing for an even longer shutdown. Walmart doing its part to try to stop the spread of the coronavirus. The local Walmarts temporarily closing as the retailer tries to prevent outbreaks. ABC 10 News at 11 starts now.
ABC 10 News at 11 starts now.
So good to have you with us this midday. I'm Jim Patton. An attempt to increase stimulus checks from $600 to $2,000 has been blocked by Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell. McConnell blocked two attempts from Democratic senators to pass a bill that would boost that stimulus check, which the House narrowly passed late Monday night with Republican support. President Trump has pushed for larger stimulus checks after threatening to veto the year-end coronavirus relief and government funding bill. He eventually signed it on Sunday. Republicans have been reluctant because of the cost of a higher stimulus check. And meanwhile, McConnell is trying to set up a vote tomorrow to override Trump's veto of the annual National Defense Authorization Act. More National Guard troops are coming to San Diego County to provide support during the pandemic. A team of 6 service members has been deployed to the Palomar Medical Center in Escondido. The team will help with medical support and will remain there as long as they're needed. Between October and November, about 40 service members were sent to help at 2 local nursing homes, Stanford Court Nursing in Santee and Villa Las Palmas in El Cajon. Well, today, Governor Newsom is expected to announce that the stay-at-home order will be extended. While hospitalizations across the state are plateauing, Southern California still seeing very high case rates. Hospital ICU capacity is 0%, and we are not able to leave the stay-at-home order until capacity is at 15%. Some of the business owners that we have spoken to say they understand why the order will likely be extended, but they say they are not sure how much longer they can hold on.
We've kind of just been up and down and figuring out exactly how this is actually going to work out in terms of what makes most sense for us as a business and what makes sense for, obviously, our employees.
Governor expected to make the announcement at today's state briefing at noon. California continues to be hit hard by COVID-19 with hospital beds filling up. Some hospitals forced to treat patients in conference rooms and in gift shops. ABC's Andrea Fujii has the questions now being raised about vaccinations.
Staggering challenges in California. In just days, Los Angeles County is expected to surpass 10,000 coronavirus deaths. To combat the surge, they're requiring all travelers to quarantine for 10 days as the region reports a 600% increase in deaths since November.
On average, 9 to 10 people in LA County test positive for COVID-19 every minute.
Vaccinations there and across the country cannot come soon enough. But just over 2 million have been delivered so far, well under the hope of 20 million by the end of the year. Now the White House task force pushing that goal to the end of January. Some health experts are frustrated at the process.
The biggest problem is getting the vaccines from the states into people's arms. There's a lot of steps, and there just hasn't been much planning. There hasn't been much investment.
Vice President-elect Kamala Harris and her husband, Doug Emhoff, receiving the Moderna vaccine in Washington, D.C. And more help may be on the way as another vaccine is entering late-stage trials. A 5th vaccine from drug maker Novavax is entering phase 3 trials. So far, December has been the deadliest month on record in the U.S., with 65,000 COVID-19 deaths. The number up significantly since November, with 37,000, according to the COVID Tracking Project. Healthcare workers admitting the emotional toll the pandemic brings as they try to comfort the dying.
I kept telling him over and over again, your wife is here. Your sons are here and they love you. And I was the one that was holding his hand while he died and not his family.
And despite the CDC warnings for people not to travel during the holidays, the TSA says again they screened more than 1 million flyers on Monday. That's the 7th day in less than 2 weeks with more than 1 million people traveling. Andrea Fujii, ABC News, New York.
Another Walmart in San Diego temporarily closed as part of their effort to sanitize the store because of the pandemic. ABC 10 News reporter Marie Cornell shows us how these types of box store businesses may be connected to local outbreaks.
This Walmart on Highland Avenue in National City is the most recent location to temporarily close so crews can deep clean inside of the store.
We open tomorrow at 7. It's closed.
Shoppers were turned away from this Walmart in National City. The reason? To give crews time to clean and sanitize the entire store. This is the latest in Walmart's efforts to do their part in slowing the spread of COVID-19. Just last week, this Walmart on H Street in Chula Vista was closed for the same reason. In a written statement, Walmart says they understand the essential role their stores play in getting customers food, medicine, and other needs. Adding this protocol is in addition to extensive measures they've already put in place, including sneeze guards, temperature checks, and mandatory mask wearing. And this comes as the latest numbers connect some outbreaks to big retail stores. Our reporting partners at KPBS found a trend in the data showing there have been multiple outbreaks at places like Walmart, Costco, and Target. They say Walmart has had 11 outbreaks, Target with 6, and Costco with 5. A medical doctor they spoke with also points out a higher number of outbreaks at retail chains is likely partly because they have multiple locations and more people work there and visit them. Walmart shopper Sylvia Acevedo says she ends up at a store every day, so she's glad the company is taking a proactive approach at keeping everyone safe.
It's a good idea because it's better for everybody because we have to take care of each person, not only us. We have to worry about everybody and just following the protocols.
Marie Cornell, ABC 10 News.
Search is on this morning for the person who shot and killed a man at a Vista home. This was a scene from Sky 10 this morning as homicide investigators combed the scene on Massachusetts Avenue. Sheriff's deputies first got the call around 1 this morning and found a man with a gunshot wound. He was taken to the hospital where he died. Man's identity has not been released and there's no word yet on a possible suspect. Anyone with information is asked to call the Sheriff's Department. The rain has dried up this morning, but not before causing a mess on the northbound 805 in National City. Crews working late into the night to try to remove this semi. Our ABC 10 News breaking news tracker caught the moments after this semi jackknifed in the middle of the freeway near the Bonita exit. Crews had to remove that truck and clean the oil that spilled before reopening all the lanes. There were no reports of injury. And the winter storm also causing this huge backup on Mount Baldy. CHP says at least 100 drivers were stranded after multiple vehicles got stuck in the snow.
Everybody's badly stuck right now. We are here for the past 5 hours?
Someone hit us already, so we're really stuck and we don't know what's gonna happen next.
And then we lost control as well, and then that's my car in the front. Me and my daughter just spun out of control, and he was nice enough to let us sit in his car so we get help.
New friendships out there. As you heard, some drivers tried to help each other and tried to make the best of that situation. Snowplows and tow trucks working late into last night to get that jam cleared up.